Hello and welcome to Allie's 20 last minute cartoon Halloween outfits. Starting off with him from the Powerpuff Girls, this was definitely the most time consuming one and still took me less than half an hour to do. I started by layering a red dress with a thick black belt over a red long sleeve, red tights, and some knee-high platforms. And for the crafty part, besides my closet, the only place I went for supplies was the Dollar Tree, but a lot of the stuff I had on hand, which I'm assuming you might also. None of these looks cost me more than $4 though. So first I folded both sides of the red poster inwards and drew the shape of the claws along the folded line, using the picture of him as a reference. I then cut out the first claw shape that I drew to use as a guideline for drawing the second half, making sure you don't cut the folded part. Since one of the halves is bigger than the other, I made sure to trace the cuff width the same, but elongated the actual claw part. I hope that makes sense. Then I cut that one out and traced them both along the other side of the folded poster paper. Those will end up being the second claw. But moving back to the first one, go ahead and staple the rounded tip of both of them. Then I just layered the bigger claw half over the smaller one and stapled along where the cartoon line will end up being. So this next part might ruin your table, so put some paper underneath while tracing with a thick black Sharpie marker the edges of the claw similar to the cartoon on both sides. And don't forget to draw the circles with lines through them. For the dress, I got a pink feathered boa from the Dollar Tree and pinned it all around the edge of the dress. I also purchased another one to wrap around my neck like a scarf like you saw earlier. If you want it to be even more cartoonish and you don't want to mess with the feathers, you could always get some pink construction paper and a red crayon to outline the cloud-shaped skirt, cut it out and somehow tape it to your dress like this picture I found on Pinterest. I personally like the feathered look better because it adds a more realistic feature to the cartoon look, in my opinion. But to top it off, it would be so sick if you could paint your face red, draw on the widow's peak, get maybe a little pointed beard to glue on your face, and really look scary this Halloween. Next we have a Blossom from the Powerpuff Girls. Now I know this isn't the same pink color as hers, but it's last minute, so what can I say? I layered a bodycon dress with an all-black belt, knee-high white socks, and some Mary Jane styled shoes. I didn't have a bow, so I just grabbed a pair of similar colored socks, clean ones, tied it on one side to create the bow effect, and then wrapped it around my head and tied it up again. Very simple. Dun, 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 dun. I'm pretty good at that, I know. Next we have Velma. The red and orange color combo is so symbolic of her. It doesn't even need to be the same style top or skirt for everyone to know who you are. I tucked in my orange turtleneck into my red mini with some orange socks and some red Mary Jane styled shoes again. And the glasses I bought from the Dollar Tree, they were prescription glasses, so I simply popped out the lenses and voila. If you have a dog, take him trick-or-treating with you. And if it's a girl, then call her Scoobette and then go find you a Shaggy. Or Velma. I don't judge. No one wants to date Fred though, or Old Man Jenkins. Okay, moving on. I could not bring in Spongebob. He is timeless and actually a lot easier to recreate than I thought. I started with a white button-up and tucked it into some brown high-waisted pants, since that's his name, square pants, not square shorts. I added a black belt, striped socks, and black classy shoes. To make the tie, I simply traced one on a red felt sheet, drew the black line with a Sharpie, and pinned it to my collar. And for the jellyfishing net, I just stuck a shish kebab stick inside my produce bag, taped it to the stick, and cut off the pointed end. There you have it, SpongeBob SquarePants. I also recreated his companion, Patrick. For the shirts, I got purple felt from the Dollar Tree, once again, traced some odd-shaped flowers, cut them out, and just pinned them to these green biker shorts, because I do intend to keep these, so I wouldn't want to glue it. But you could tape it, just gotta find a sticky enough tape. I topped it off with a pink crop top, but you could always easily find a pink long sleeve if it's colder in your area at the thrift store. And if you have time, maybe order some pink tights online, because that's definitely a lot harder to find in the thrift. Wait, Why is Patrick wearing SpongeBob socks? I'm wondering if you guys can even guess who this next look belongs to. It's Frankie Foster from Foster's Home of Imaginary Friends. This one definitely doesn't look much like a costume, but I think it resembles her look pretty well. I just need some red shoulder length hair, that's all. She wears a green hoodie, ringer tee, blue skirt, and some sneakers with orange socks, and luckily I had all of those things, even down to the little choker necklace. I don't know about you, but I'd rock this fit on any given day. Most of all these pieces were thrifted, except for the shirt which I bought from Marc Jacobs. But if you must know the brand names for any of these pieces, just comment down below and I'll try to get to as many of them as possible. But most of these outfits, since they're cartoon looks, I feel like they're simple enough to be able to go to a thrift store, usually a color coordinated one like the Goodwill, and find these pieces for an affordable price. Now we have Sam from Danny Phantom. She's got such a sick goth punk vibe that I was dying to recreate. I pulled out my Jeffrey Campbell stomp boots, purple tights, black mini, and black tank top. All I did was cut out an oval shape from this purple felt that I got from the Dollar Tree and pinned it on. And for a skirt, I got this really sticky colored duct tape that I had on hand. I know the dollar store might not have this exact color, so I would try on Michael's or an AC Moore. Oh wait, no. AC Moores don't exist anymore. That's so sad. They were my favorite. Anyways, I just rolled out long strips to go vertical on the skirt, cut them in half and stuck them up there. With the excess tape at the bottom, I just folded it up underneath the skirt. My scissors did get really sticky doing this, so I used Goo Gone to clean them up, and that helped in cutting even faster. I didn't cover the entire skirt for time's sake, but if you do, then just connect the pieces on the sides like so. Okay, now do you know who this is? Because Dylan could not figure it out. Okay, how about now? Still no? Okay. How about now? I'm Mung Daal from Chowder. This was one of my most favorite cartoons growing up. All I did was cut 2 small ovals from a black felt sheet and pinned them to this white turtleneck, layered over a red plaid mini. I think any red plaid mini skirt will do. Paired it with my brown chunky shoes and black socks, and for accessories, I added these glasses. Unfortunately, I didn't have any round ones like Mung Daal, but you get the idea. I think adding this mixing bowl and cotton balls for eyebrows really seals in the look though. Feel free to paint your face blue. Next is Flapjack! This was my top cartoon show in middle school. It's still very funny to this day, and creepy sometimes, which is a perfect combination for me. But for this fit, I grabbed my red striped top, tucked it into some blue jeans, and for the skirt, I did the same thing as the Blossom fit. Just grabbed some similar colored socks, tied one end, and then again, like a scarf around my neck. For the hat, I sketched a trapezoid on white poster paper, cut it out, and stapled the ends together to create this V shape. Then cut a similar strip, let it poke out at the top, and stapled one side to the back. This hat honestly isn't great, not that proud of it, but it does the job. I didn't do this for my fit, but you could always pick up a headband from the Dollar Tree and hot glue the hat to it, and so that way it'll stay on your head more firmly. Johnny Bravo. He is so easy to recreate, and the hair is a dead giveaway of your look. I paired a tight black tee with some jeans and black boots. For the hair, I sketched it on yellow construction paper, outlined with Sharpie, erased any pencil markings, cut it out, and then stapled it onto a long strip of white poster paper that I sized to my humongous brain. Don't forget to cuff your pant legs. Oh yeah, and the sunglasses. You need the sunglasses. Now just layer a white tank top over your black tee, do a magical spin transformation into some baggy jeans and sneakers, and now you're Naz from Ed, Edd and Eddy. Naz? Naz. Yeah, one of those. Speaking of which, I also recreated Ed from Ed, Edd and Eddy with my red striped shirt, green pullover, baggy jeans, and sneakers. And if people can't recognize you, then just connect your eyebrows together. I'm honestly not super proud of this one, but it was requested, so here we are. Next we have number 4 from Kids Next Door. I borrowed this orange sweater from Dylan's closet. Although he wears a hoodie, I thought the oversized fit still gave off number 4 looks. Paired it again with my baggy denim cargos and some sneakers. All of these looks should be really easily achieved by just going to the Goodwill. Finally, a not Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon outfit. We have Betty Boop. I didn't have red shoes for this look, but I think the iconic red bodycon dress pulled it off anyways. I put some gold hoops on and gold colored bracelets, and to tie it all together, I pinned a strip of elastic to this cushioned red heart that I had on hand, but you could always cut out a red heart from some felt. If you can, go the extra mile and draw on some thin eyebrows, red lipstick, and maybe even some blue contact lenses. Now back to the Nickelodeon cartoons. We have Trixie from Fairly OddParents. All you need is a purple top, white boots, and a white skirt, or in my case, a white slip dress that I just layered underneath the top. You can't go without matching the headband to the top, but I didn't have a headband, so I just cut off the end of this purple hat from the Dollar Tree, folded the raw hem in, and voila, I'm officially Trixie Tang. You can easily be any fairy from the Fairly OddParents, but today I chose Wanda. All she wears is a yellow top, black pants, and black shoes? That's probably Gucci. For her crown, I just cut zigzags across yellow construction paper and stapled the edges together. For the wand, I cut a star or two out of the same yellow paper, cut a strip of black paper, and stapled or glued it to the shish kebab stick so it's not so flimsy. I taped the bottom so the stick won't fall out and attached the star on top. At the Dollar Tree, they sell wings for kids, which is perfect because the fairy wings are so tiny anyways. So go pick yourself up a pair. If you have long hair, then roll it up into one of these hair curlers for the same style as Wanda's, and add some pink lipstick. Moving on to the Disney characters, we have Gus from Cinderella, wearing the same yellow top, a teal hat that I just put this fake avocado inside of to recreate the pointed effect. You could definitely do that with some paper, just, create a cone shape. But for time's sake, this avocado will do. Some shorts, because we can't pull off Gus's look as much as he can. And some burgundy socks with some matching Mary Jane shoes. Next we have Dopey. This is one of my fave looks. I grabbed that green long sleeve with a similar green top layered underneath, some blue jeans, purple beanie, brown shoes, and you cannot forget the belt. Carry around some fake diamonds with you as an added accessory. Or find you 6 friends to be the other characters. I don't even have one. Oh wait, I have Dylan. But Dylan is Dopey. For Minnie, I wanted to do an older version of her since I feel like every Minnie costume you'll see will be wearing the red polka dotted dress, but this flower hat look is a classic. I wore a black turtleneck, black tights, bright blue skirt, some white gloves, and I don't have yellow shoes, so I just put on these yellow socks. But if I was going out, then I would definitely wear the most open shoes that I have to expose the socks most. Once again, all of these outfits were thrifted, as well as this red bowler hat. So for the flower, I got a green pipe cleaner that you can get from the Dollar Tree, of course. Sketched out and cut a flower shape from white poster paper. The sturdier the paper, the better. Then I glued on a yellow circle. Then stapled the flower to the pipe cleaner, pulling the pipe through the staple more and wrapping it around the stem. That way it's not as flimsy, and stuck the whole thing inside the rim of the hat. There you go. I think this look is pretty cute. I couldn't really put any ears on Minnie's outfit, but we do have Minnie's companion, Mickey, which I wore the same top, tights, and socks, but cut out and taped some white ovals to the front of these red shorts. For the ears, I traced circles onto black poster paper. I cut them out and taped them to this headband I also got from the Dollar Tree, and colored the tape with black Sharpie to hide the tape color. Get some white gloves. You could probably find some at the Dollar Tree as well. These ones I just had. And now, last but certainly not least, is Goofy. Luckily, one of the vests I had was lined in black on the inside, so I just wore it inside out. Layered over my orange turtleneck, blue jeans with brown shoes, and for the hat I just folded a piece of felt in half, cut out the ear flaps, and pinned them to the inside of the green beanie. I hope these looks gave you guys some sort of inspiration or guidelines. I'd love to know what characters you choose to be this Halloween. I'm not giving mine away just yet, so follow me on Instagram to see. I hope the rest of your October is very spooky. See you next week.